What's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel, Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story, or short movie you can say. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Son of Minato and Rhea. And yeah guys, it is again a crossover between Naruto and Percy Jackson, but more like Naruto is born in Percy Jackson universe. You get the gist of what I'm trying to say. I mean, can you blame me? I'm reading the fourth book currently, The Battle of Labyrinth. I just started it and read like 10 pages, and yeah, I'm just getting Percy Jackson ideas left and right. I mean, I still have a few ideas if you want me to make them. Like, what if Naruto was the one who raised all the, gods, the elder ones? And what if Naruto was a sage traveling into the world of gods? I know you guys might have read a fan fiction like this, the sage and his adventures within Percy Jackson universe, with Zetsu being Naruto's son. Yeah, something akin to that. I'm, trying to come up with a lot of ideas, but most of them are Percy Jackson ones currently. So I hope you don't mind. Do let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and if you want me to make more Percy Jackson content, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel as well if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in the park of New York City. As we see to the front entrance, a woman was walking out of it with a sad expression on her face, as she was in deep thought, as she sighed for the second time since she has walked out. The woman was beautiful and looked like a timeless beauty, and that was because she was not a mere mortal or a mere beauty. She was the mother of the Olympians, at least the elder ones, and was the titaness known as Rhea. As she was currently sad because she felt extremely lonely. Her babies were forced to grow up inside their father's stomach, all of them at least, aside from Zeus, who grew up immediately, and then there was, well, a great war between the father and the children. And now that was settled, the Olympians moved to the Mount Olympus where they began their life. And, well, they neglected their mother, did not pay much attention to her, and rarely ever visited whenever the need arose only. At least her daughters did, and her sons, they never once bothered. As she was in her own deep thought, we see a man was walking from the other side with a quite hurried expression as he bumped into her. Oh, I apologize, as all the files that were in his hand then fell down to the ground. I am extremely sorry, ma'am, said the man, as her eyes met with his blue eyes, and he had blonde hair and tan skin. It's all right. Here, let me help you. Ah, thank you very much. And once again, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm in a hurry and I really need to get to this appointment. If I miss out, I'll be missing out on a job. I came here all the way from Japan just to, you know, get this job. It's my dream job. Really now? Yes. You see, I'm an architect, and a huge company here is offering me a huge amount of money and a job in their organization and firm if they like my designs. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Minato Mikaze, ma'am. Nice to meet you. My name is Rhea. Just Rhea is fine. Oh, nice to meet you then, Rhea. Well, I'm in kind of a hurry. Here. As Minato brought out a sticky note on which he wrote down his number in a fast hurry. Contact me later on. I'll treat you to a cup of coffee or something. I'm in a hurry, ma'am, so please, I hope you'll excuse me. As Minato dashed off, Rhea stood there with a quite shocked-filled expression and then looked down in her hand. Huh, I am quite bored. I mean, what could go wrong? Not like I'm gonna fall in love or anything. As now we cut to a few weeks later. Turned out that date turned out to be quite a few dates because she liked spending time with Minato, to the point that it got extremely worse for her. She has been hiding a lot of things from him, and things have been progressing quite smoothly. And so a year passed. It has been years since Minato, who has by chance met with Mother Rhea, the titaness of the Olympian gods who ruled over the whole humanity. Well, she and he were madly in love with one another and now have been continuously dating. And today, on a dinner night, Minato has proposed. Unbeknownst to Rhea, who has accepted the ring because she was feeling overwhelmed. For the first time in her immortal life, she has felt being loved and appreciated by this man, and has accepted the ring, meaning that she was going to marry soon. Unbeknownst to her, her daughters, Hestia, Hera, as well as Demeter, was there in the restaurant. They have been spying on their mother, hiding their chakra, hiding their aura away so that their mother would not be able to find out. It was a quite big gossip between the three of them, and the three elder Olympian daughters of the said titaness vowed that they would not reveal this to their brothers or to their children because they did not want it to make their mother be made fun of. As now we see, Demeter gasped. "Sister, what are you doing?" said Hera. "You want us to get busted by mother." "No, I don't. It's just mother accepted it. She's gonna marry a mortal." He's not bad," said Hestia, as both of the others looked towards their sister. "What do you mean by that, Hestia?" Look at it. Mother seems happy. She has, well, been neglected by him and all of us. We only go and tend to her when we need her guidance or when we are in trouble or just plain out wanting to snitch on one another." "Well, that is true," said Hera. We, we never consider her feelings that much and she never asked. We have been stupid. As now we see. Suddenly, Hestia gasped. "Oh no, what? Mother has seen me." As after the date was over, we see Minato parted ways with Rhea as they kissed, as Minato went back to his apartment and Rhea went back to the Empire State Building in which she resided. As after coming to the second largest floor, she was in the penthouse where all of her children were seated, even Zeus, who had a frown on his face. "Mother, what are you up to?" "What do you mean by that, Zeus?" "What am I up to?" As Rhea arrived and sat down there, still wearing an expensive dress. "You know that we are grown up, mother, and you don't need to go out on date. You all can go and have flings with mortals, as you say these days around, while I can go around and date someone. Is that what you're saying, son?" "But that is beneath you. They are mortals, mother. There are many eternal and immortal deities that you can date." "Yes, for once agreeing with Zeus," said Poseidon. "Dating a mortal? Seriously? I get it that we can't keep it on our pants," as Zeus glared at his brother, but he knew that his brother was stating the obvious and included all of them. "But this is not expected from you, mother." "Well, do expect, son, because I have accepted his engagement ring." "Mother, you didn't even consult us?" "Why should I need to, Zeus?" As Zeus was taken aback. "This is something that you consult with those who you feel close to, but we're your children," said Zeus, feeling a lot hurt, because he thought he was the mother's favorite. "You never visited once in a long time. You only arrived when you took the oath after the Second World War, when your children fought, and only for a few moments. I was just there to be an eyewitness. My daughters only arrive when they're in need of something. And talking about them, I have sensed that you have been spying on me for quite a while. Do tell me why." "Mother, we were just worried about you. That is all," said Hera. "Then you don't need to." "Mother, are you angry with us?" "And what if I am, Zeus? I will do anything to make up with this. Please just stop this nonsense." "This is not nonsense to me, Zeus. This is what I want. Minato is not someone like your father. He's different. He's loyal." How about I help you to test that out?" said Aphrodite, who was sitting amongst there quietly. "What are you doing here, Aphrodite?" said Hera. "Oh, come on, Lady Hera. You wouldn't think that it could hide from me. I could pretty much sense Lady Rhea's love when the first date went off, and they hit it off since then." "If you're doing this, Aphrodite, then stop. Our mother does not need your manipulation." "I am not manipulating anything, Lord Zeus. In fact, it is Rhea who wishes to, settle down and start a family. Mother, is this what you wish?" "Yes." As Zeus then said, "Fine. We will give that mortal a chance. But if he breaks your heart, there will be hell. Literal hell for him. Not even Hades' torturous will be enough of a punishment for him." As Zeus then left, and so did Poseidon, and one by one all of them did. And now, from the shadows a man appeared. "For once I agree with my siblings," said Hades. "What you are doing is, I'm not gonna stop you to do that. I have no right to do so. If you are happy, then I am happy, mother, said Hades, her oldest son who has arrived there. As Rhea smiled while giving him a hug. Thank you, son. But if he breaks your heart, Zeus is right. I'll make Tartarus look like a plaything for what I'm gonna do with him. I'm sure he won't. As now we see, time passed, and after a few months, a marriage was held in the most prominent place in the New York City, and there only a few guests arrived. Some few that only Rhea could see, as Hestia and the others were there, as Minato was standing there. And Aphrodite approved because this was a man who was, well, quite eye-catching, at the same time quite exotic, because he was half Japanese and half American, turns out to be, and had naturally blonde hair and blue eyes like ocean. Hera was also happy for her mother, who was married again, and for the first time, even Zeus saw how a mother of his was happy. He still felt bad that his mother had spoken her heart to him, and turns out he wasn't the best son, and yet all the fight on winter solstice was who was mother's favorite between Poseidon and him, and even Hades was there. As the marriage went on, we see that there was huge celebration as the siblings huddled over to the one side. Go and congratulate the mother. As Minato as well as Rhea then arrived, and Rhea introduced Minato to the rest. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Zeus, Lady Hera, everyone. You know about us? Well, Rhea over here, I hope you don't mind calling me that since she's my wife now, told me about everything. And you're okay with that? Asked Athena, who was also present. Yes, to be honest, I am. I mean, she told me everything, and to be honest, I feel quite bad for most of you for how you have lived. It must have been quite horrible. You don't even know, said Poseidon. It was horrendous being in there. Well, I do hope that if anything I could be a friend, if not, Of course you will be our friend. We're pretty much all older than you'll ever be. As Minato blushed. Don't worry, Minato. But make sure you don't hurt our mother, because if you do, then we will hunt you down. Yes, and for the first time I agree with my siblings. As I have mentioned to mother, we will make Tartarus look like a plaything for the punishment that awaits you if you break her heart, said Hades, as the other agreed to that. Even Hestia, because she was protective of her mother, most of all, out of all her siblings. As Minato nodded ferociously, and after that we see time begin to pass by, as after a few months, Rhea got pregnant, and she was quite happy. Once in a millennia, she was quite happy. In her dream, she saw that Kronos was back and was asking for her 8th child, the child that was about to be born. But once she woke up, she saw that Minato was nearby her and gave her a glass of water. Now calm down. Tell me what happened, Rhea-chan. Nothing. Just a nightmare, Minato. It's just, I thought, he's not gonna hurt him. I'm sure he won't. Yes, we have to make sure our little Naruto is protected. You're gonna go with that name? Yes. You told me that your, sensei that you looked up to when you were a kid wrote down a book, and in that, your favorite character name was Naruto. Yeah. I wanted to name a child of mine that name, if I ever had one. He's gonna grow up just fine. And so, after that we see, the news reached the ears of Olympians, and once they heard, let's just say Zeus and Poseidon and Hades, who was present there now, were having a debate of who was gonna be the one who gets to influence the young one, whose name was going to be Naruto. And Apollo, for one, was quite happy that his uncle/bro was going to be someone who is younger than him, and he will be the one who get to teach him. As Artemis and Athena swore that they would make sure that he doesn't turn out to be like, the rest of the males, while Ares was busy calling out for war and whatnot, and glaring at Aphrodite, who has been busy dealing with the girls and gossiping with them about young Naruto and his love life, while Hephaestus was just bored as usual. As now we see, it was the day that Rhea was due to give birth, and once she began to go into labor, Minato was returning back from work. It was raining heavily, and he was driving his car back to Empire State Building where he has been moved. Inside the apart, more like suite in which they resided in, all the Olympians were present until Minato's car weaved and he was crashed because of the rain. Rhea sensed this because she couldn't feel Minato's life force, and they all heard a snip sound. The fates have cut his string of life, which meant that he was gonna go and die. No. As Hades disappeared and appeared where Minato had crashed and brought him back, Hestia and Hera tend to him, but he was bleeding too much, and there was just too much damage. A shard of glass has pierced through his heart already. He was barely clinging on to his life. It's alright, just don't show her me. I told you, if you break her heart, I'm sorry, Hades. You know that I didn't mean to. I was just so happy. And the cars were... Please protect my son. With these words alone that he could form, he, while bleeding from his mouth, closed his eyes shut. As Hades wouldn't admit it, but he, for the first time, shedded tears. Over the small period of time he has known Minato, he had come to one conclusion. If anyone deserved to be with his mother, it was Minato, and he was his best friend of a sort. As Minato said on the day he married his mother, he would treat them like a friend. Zeus was also clutching his fist tightly, pretty much wanting to start a war with the Fates, but he knew that he couldn't do that. While the others, Poseidon and the others, had a solemn atmosphere. As after Rhea, who was quite tensed up, gave birth, she was happy and somewhat satisfied. Is Minato safe? As Hestia shook her head, the Fates took him from us. There's nothing we can do. There was a car crash and he died. As Rhea wept, for the first time in front of her children, she wept. The man that she fell in love with, got to know, and spent at least 3 years, three short years with him, got taken away from him. The best years of her whole life. And now there was nothing she could do. Until a small hand was touched on her face. It was the same blue's eyes looking at him, with blonde mop of hair, and with tan skin. He had 3 whisker marks, birthmarks like a fox on each side of his face, and he smiled, sensing that his mother was in need of it, as Rhea stopped crying and gave her baby a smile. As seeing this, the siblings, who were somewhat tensed, also had a small smile on his face. As Rhea then said, "Would you pick him up, Zeus?" As Zeus looked to the sides and everyone nodded, Zeus went and picked up his little brother, who looked at him and then grabbed onto his beard, or at least tried to do so. Now this must have been quite disrespectful, but Zeus was happy. Happy to see that he had a young sibling, younger than him. And not only that, this one he was gonna make sure will be raised in a peaceful era, not like them who had to grow up too fast. Naruto can take his time. I'm gonna make sure of that, mother. I swear on River Sadex that he will turn out to be the best of us and live a life that we yearn to live. We back that up as well, Zeus, said Poseidon and Hades and the rest. As after that, we have a time skip. Rhea was allowed, alongside with Naruto, to move to Mount Olympus, as a temple was made there. And because Rhea didn't want to live in New York City anymore, where Mount Olympus resided, near the mortals, because it hurted her to stay there, because the city reminded her of Minato. As now we see, Naruto was at the age of 5, as currently he was seated with the boys in the garden of Ares' temple, where Ares as well as Apollo were again having a fist fight, and this time Apollo was winning again. As Ares gritted his teeth, come on, Ares, you got this, said Naruto. Of course I do, brat. As Ares smirked and got up to his feet and dashed towards Apollo, only for Apollo to whine, "Come on, Naruto, you're supposed to support me, not him." I mean, I told you you'll be my favorite uncle if you do that. I know you're strong, Apollo-san, and all, but Ares has more strength. I can sense that he's gonna win anytime soon now. See? Even the brat knows that. I'm hurt by that, Naruto. I'm tired of seeing you win all the time. Hey, I'm not, said Hermes. Of course, you always bet on him winning. And you know damn as well I don't ever lose a bet, Naruto, said Hermes with a smirk, only for him to be bonked with a book. As behind, a few feet far away, was standing Athena with a twitching eyebrow. I told you not to curse in front of him. As Hermes was now flinching as both Ares as well as Apollo stopped. I can't believe this. I'll leave you for 1 minute, little brother, and you go around and cause this much mess. As Apollo was sweating bullets, what do you mean, little brother, sister? Said Apollo to his twin, Artemis. I am for the last time. The hell is wrong with you, your older sister? I practically helped mother give birth to you. Nuh-uh. I'm sure I was the one who did that. As Naruto was still confused because this was a topic that almost each and every time they met, both Apollo and Artemis fought on about. Is that really necessary? I mean, you are kind of born on the same day, so both of you are same age. You don't understand this much, Naruto. This buffoon needs to realize that I'm the older sibling. Yeah, you wish, said Apollo, and a silver arrow was shot at him, which turned out to be a fart arrow as Apollo was now covered in stink. Jeez, Artie, I now have to go and wash this out. And so, Apollo disappeared, as Hermes was laughing. Now pay up, Hermes, I won. Because Apollo ran away. Hey, that's cheating, they intervened. You're teaching him how to bet? I mean, kind of, sort of. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right? Said Hermes before he do disappear, after checking his phone that was in his hand. As Ares was the only one standing there. What? It's my home. Where do you want me to run off to? Just go somewhere else. We need a private talk with him. Oh, okay. I'll go see Aphrodite then. And so, Ares, who was quite dumb, then dashed away. Dumbass. Sister, now you're the one cursing. I know, Artemis. It's just another headache growing. How about we go and get some coffee? From the coffee shop down there, you know? You're too young to drink coffee, and last time you did, you were hyperactive for a whole week. Father has forbidden you to drink coffee, Naruto, because you were continuously running around Mount Olympus. And he was quite worried that you might even fall off from it. But I didn't. And even if it is kind of sore, I kind of like the chocolate one. Chocolate one. Maybe we can take him and, get some cake. Really? You'll take me there, Artemis? Artemis, you do remember that we are forbidden to go there. Because last time we went, well, you ended up destroying the bakery because the cake was too dry. Wait, what? What do you mean? What she means to say is that the sponge was too dry of the cake. Oh, I see. But in her fury, said Artemis, Athena, she said the cake is too dry and then literally threw cake pandemonium there, as Athena chuckled. We can go somewhere else. And so the three of them then went there. As now we see, after having their share, they arrived back. Naruto has brought out a chocolate cake as a whole and was now going to present it to his siblings. As Naruto arrived, we see that he looked towards his brother and the others. As Zeus then said, Naruto, you went back to the mortal realm? I told you not to go there, young one. Sorry about that, brother, but I really thought maybe I could bring a chocolate cake for all of us. Really now, said Hera. That's nice of you, Naruto. Here, let me take care of that. As Hera then brought out a knife and each one was given a plate and the cake itself after being cut was distributed amongst the rest. There's one more slice. I guess I can eat it. Ares said, No, Ares, that is for, mother. As the other also smiled. You know what? As with a snap of a finger, a throne appeared. As that is when Rhea also appeared in a light. You called for me, son. Mother, Naruto has brought out a cake. I want you to join with us. And so, the cake was distributed amongst the rest, and they were eating, except for the younger ones. Oh man, I really wish I can have one, said Apollo. Ugh, the stink isn't going anywhere. I might have to prank Artie for that. You can try all you want, but I'm gonna stay away from that. As Apollo looked at Hermes, because he was quite shocked. You're telling me this? You, of all people? the gods of prank and whatnot. Last time I did, I had to pull out 3 arrows out of my ass, so yeah, no. I'm good. You're on your own on this one. As now we see, time passed as Naruto was now at the age of 12, as a tension was brewing between his brothers, Poseidon and Zeus. Turns out on the last winter solstice, which was a few months ago, there has been a theft. Zeus's lightning bolt has gone missing, and he has been blaming Poseidon for this. At one point, he even tried to blame Naruto, but Naruto offered him to check out his whole holdings and whatnot, and to see if he's lying or not. And everyone backed Naruto up because if he was offering this, no way he would have done that. And even Zeus had to agree that his paranoia was getting the best of him. What would Naruto get out of it? He was just a deity, a normal one, an immortal nonetheless. As for Poseidon, it was an entirely different story. And Naruto then said, can I speak? Yes, what is it, Naruto? Now is not the time, you see. I'm busy kind of here. Said Zeus, what do you want to speak about, Naruto? How about I go on a quest, like the demigods do, and, bring out the one who has stolen it, and maybe bring back your lightning bolt, brother. It's not so simple, little one, said Hera. And besides, the demigods can do this. That job is beneath you. But I don't want my brothers to fight. As Hera then smiled, they won't. They're just mad at one another because Zeus's little toy has gone missing. But the lightning bolt is so cool. Don't you think my trident is cool? Of course it is. Every one of your power symbols are cool in their own right. I'm kind of jealous sometimes that I don't have my own one, but oh well. As Zeus and Poseidon smiled, but then frowned at one another. Listen, brother, for the last time I haven't stolen your power symbol. Why would I? What do I get out of it? I already rule over oceans. I don't want to rule over sky as well. Too much headache and too much paperwork. Makes sense. Who do you think would have taken it? I mean, Hades is the one left. Poseidon said, Nuh-uh, Hades wouldn't have done that. Why do you think that, Naruto? Because if he would have, then... Well, I would have known. How would you have known? Let's just say that Lady Persephone has been quite kind to me and even called out to me quite a lot of times and, into her garden. And I kind of met her daughter and she's kind of my best friend now. You're friends with the Melanie? The demoness who haunts the spirits of those who have done bad in the fields of punishment? Hey, she's not that bad, brother. Once you get to know her. Yep, that is a lady you don't want to tangle with, kid. Said Apollo, trust us. As now we see Naruto then said, please, let me handle this. I'll be able to do this. Fine, Naruto. You have until winter solstice to find this one. And if you're not able to do that, then there might be a war between me and Poseidon. Trust me, I don't want this, but there is no other option aside from this. As now we see, Naruto was then sent out from Mount Olympus to the New York City, where he already knew where he had to go, so he headed towards straight through Los Angeles after boarding a bus. After arriving there, he knew where his, oldest brother's studio was, which was actually the path to the underworld. After arriving there, he saw that Charon, the Watcher, was, currently busy arguing with 3 demigods who were standing there. Hey Charon, what is going on here? Ah, Lord Naruto. What a surprise. You're here to see Lord Hades, right? Yes. Go in, please. Hey, said a kid with black hair and greenish eyes. How come he gets to go in? He's alive as well. He is an immortal kid. And he is the youngest of the older Olympians. Their sibling. Sibling of Lord Hades. Obviously, he is allowed to go inside. Wait, what? Said the girl with blonde hair and silver eyes, as the satyr literally bared like a sheep. So let me get this straight. You're a god? No, I'm an immortal being, I guess. I don't have any domain or whatnot. I'm just me. But what are you doing here? Well, I'm here to retrieve the lightning bolt, said Naruto. How do you know it is here? Wait. As Naruto closed his eyes and sensed, as Naruto stomped towards Percy with Naruto eyes. How do you have that bag? Um, Ares gave me this bag, saying that these were supplies. You are really, really dumb. But why would Ares do this? As that is when the door opened and Chiron then said, after listening to a phone somewhat, well, Lord Hades wants to see you all, especially you, Naruto. And once Chiron took them there straight by his own self, we see that the demigods were quite taken aback. Hey, brother, how are you doing? Lady Persephone, how are you doing, uncle? As Persephone smiled, and that is when Melanie also arrived and waved at him before leaving. And the form that she had taken was quite ominous that Grover almost passed out from by foaming from his mouth. What is wrong with him? Forget about it. It seems that my brother's demigods are here. Sorry about this, brother, said Naruto. But I was here to, talk to you. About what? Well, as you know, Zeus's lightning bolt is missing. So you think that I... No, I don't think that. I didn't even say that. Honey, I think you should listen to Naruto first. Fine. Go on, brother. The thing is that I was, wondering that if you might have heard any, said Naruto pointing downwards, movement from there. As Hades' eyes narrowed. No, not as much. From where, actually? As suddenly, two shoes sprouted out from Percy's bag and literally began to fly towards somewhere. Hey, where are they going? As Hades almost knew because it was his domain. They're going to the pits of Tartarus. But why would they be tasked to go there? Said Hades, burning them to ashes. Tell me, son of Poseidon, why? But they were given to me by Luke, son of Hermes. Luke, huh? It seems that I know who the traitor is, brother. And what might have happened. You see, I have a problem of my own, brother. What problem? My helm is missing. Your helm is missing as well, Lord Hades? But we were here thinking that you might have been the one. Silence, Percy Jackson, said Persephone. You do not know what you are speaking of. I do not wish for you to die, but if you continue to push your fate, then this is beyond me, and I cannot stop my husband from crushing you. As Athena's daughter, Annabeth bonked him on the head. Shut up, seaweed brain, you want to get us killed? But we need to find the lightning bolt, or otherwise there would be a war, and that would be bad. Percy, right? You're holding the lightning bolt. Wait, what? But this is a backpack, as I said. Open it. And he did, and all there was to it was a huge golden cylinder that was empty from both sides. What? What the hell? I thought there were supplies, not a metal tube inside. Can you give me that? As Naruto grabbed onto it and prayed to his brother to allow him to show. And suddenly lightning came out from both sides of the cylinder, making it look like a pure lightning bolt. See? That bag is the sheath of the lightning bolt. Of course I have seen it. Can you help my husband over here? I told you, honey, that you are being too lenient. Otherwise this would not have happened. Please don't start, Persephone. I'll make sure that this doesn't happen anymore. Fine, I'll look into it. Wait, Ares was the one who sent us here. Maybe he's the one who had it, said Percy. Yeah, you did mention that. You know about this? Yes, once we were arriving before you called for us. He did mention about Ares. What do you think? Ares is the god of war, and him causing a war makes sense. I'm gonna go speak to him. And Naruto then disappeared, while giving the cylinder back to Percy. Take this back to Mount Olympus. You have only little time left. As now we see, Ares was waiting for Naruto on a beach in Los Angeles. So you found out, Naruto. Why were you doing this? Why do you want Brother Poseidon and your own father to fight? Well, as you know, I'm the god of war. And what's better than to cause a carnage between own family? Geez, you're twisted. As Naruto noticed that the helm was placed on Ares' bike. And so Naruto dashed. But he knew that he couldn't beat Ares that much. Because him being the god of war and Naruto being a mortal only, he was wounded badly. But in the end, he still stood up. I always wanted to fight you, kid. But I couldn't, because Rhea wouldn't let me, or neither would my own father, said Ares. But now I can do whatever I want, and you're gonna pay. As they tried to attack again and clash with one another, but this time around, Rhea intervened and punished Ares by slapping him across the face. Shut up, Ares. How dare you? Do not try to intervene, titaness. As that is when the other Olympians got enraged with Ares as well, as Zeus was about to blast him to tortures, but Naruto intervened. Please no. There's obviously something wrong with him. Even if it is wrong, said Athena as her spear pointed towards Ares. He tried to attack grandmother, and that is something that cannot be forgiven. Yes, Naruto. That is something that cannot be forgiven, even from my own children. And Zeus and Hera was also pissed beyond anything. So there was no parent trying to save Ares this time around from his foolishness. And that is when the earth shook and Hades himself arrived, taking his ring, which was his helm. You have made the gravest of mistakes, nephew. Seriously, not cool, man, said Hermes and Apollo. And Hephaestus was also there with a smirk. And Aphrodite, also siding with the Olympians, had a frown on her face. This is not nice. As suddenly a golden ewe came out of Ares, the same one that they have fought once. You might have won this one, but I will come back. And next time, you won't see what hit you all. As the voice disappeared, it couldn't be, said Zeus with widened eyes. No, he's sealed in Tartarus. Brother, Naruto, this cannot be. You were not even born then. Brother, listen to me. The demigod that gave you your lightning bolt, he had shoes from your son Hermes, and he said that they were a gift. What? Which son? Luke, the one with the wings on them. And they were instructed to go directly into the Tartars, taking the wearer with them. Percy had them, but he did not wear them at the moment. Otherwise, things could have been quite worrisome. He was carrying your lightning bolt, thinking that it was a bunch of supplies given to him by Ares for completing his task. I should have known. Brother, this is not good. We have to go there. With Hades. Yes, I think we should first. Naruto and the rest go back to the Mount Olympus. We will be coming shortly. As the rest left, we see the three of the big three left there, down in the Tartarus, and made sure everything was tightly sealed and locked. And then, once arrived back, we see Hermes was quite sad, as his son was brought there for punishment. As the questioning began, we see that Percy was taken aback when Luke revealed his true colors and what he had done, and how there were many others like him. As Naruto, for the first time, felt what he was trying to convey. I get it, that you are pissed at, well, not being claimed, most of you. But this is not a way. You know that Titan are crooked, and they could literally destroy humanity. You were all living as slaves before the age of gods. You know that, right? That doesn't matter. He has promised us power and somewhat equality. You think you can trust Crooked One? Once he sees that his usefulness is fulfilled, he will kill you and wipe out the humanity. Father, please, I'm begging you, don't smite him. If you want to punish him, then do so, but don't smite him, said Hermes. Son, please apologize. I'm not gonna apologize, messenger. You of all I hate the most. As Zeus didn't take back anything and smite the boy then and there, killing him once and for all. As now we see, Hermes was in tears, while Percy, Annabeth, and Grover were there as well. As Naruto arrived next to them, thank you, Percy Jackson, for stopping a war between my brothers. No problem, Unc, said Percy, as Annabeth bonked him on the head. As Naruto chuckled, it's fine. I'm similar to your age. You can call me Naruto. It's fine. As Naruto and Percy being headed off, Zeus didn't like that Naruto You don't need to be friends with them, you know that? Oh, come on, brother. I mean, I have all of you, but still I need some friends of my own age. I guess that is true. And Percy Jackson, make sure you stay out of trouble, said Zeus. I will allow him to remain in Camp of Blood and not smite him for what he has done. And besides, he's, well, friend of our younger brother. Thank you, brother, said Naruto with a smile, and Zeus smiled back at him, before frowning at Percy and leaving. And Poseidon was also grateful for what Naruto had done for his son. And let's just say Percy was happy to meet his father, and so could be said for Poseidon. As Rhea then came there and picked up her child, her baby boy Naruto, and, well, hugged him tightly. I'm happy. I'm so happy that you didn't get hurt. Well, I did get wounded, but thanks to your healing, I was able to heal immediately. As now we see, Naruto was happy. The misfortune had stopped, and not only that, his family, which he loved so much, was back together. But there was still a stirring feeling in his heart that this was far from over. And even if the siblings of his have tried to stop their father from growing back, it has not ended yet. Even if Luke was found out, there might be some else who might try to do something. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.